The present simple tense in English. If you're not a beginner student, you will have studied this a lot. You study this every semester. You study this every year. Why? Because it's very important, and students, even at higher levels, still make many mistakes with this. We use the present simple mainly for habits and for long-lasting actions and states. We'll go back to the beginning and look at it with the real basics. So, Fatima lives in Sharjah. This sentence is present simple. Fatima is the subject of the sentence, the subject of the verb. The subject is the person or the thing that does the verb. And the verb, lives. What does the subject do? She lives in Sharjah. Looking at the present simple tense, when we're looking at most tenses, the subject and the verb are the important parts. The rest of the sentence, the meaning is important, but it's not important when we're looking at the grammar of the present simple. So subject and verb. The verb, the infinitive, is live or to live, and then we have I live, you live, he lives, she lives, it lives, we live, they live. We see the only thing to remember is with he, she and it, we add an S, lives, lives. Very, very easy. There is one verb that's irregular in the present simple. The verb is be, to be. It's an irregular verb. You probably learned this in your first English lesson. I am, you are, he, she, it is, we are, they are. One other verb that is a little bit irregular is to have. I have, you have, no problem, but he has, she has, it has, just a little bit different in the he, she, and it. There are some verbs that have irregular spellings, only the spelling is different for he, she, and it. Many verbs add es, not just s, es. For example, to pass, she passes. Like to pass the test, she passes the test. To finish, he finishes. To watch, she watches. So it's usually verbs where the infinitive ends with a s or a sh or a ch kind of sound. Some verbs ending in o, especially to go, he goes, add es, to do, it does, add es. Verbs ending in a consonant plus y usually change to ies. So example, to study, D is a consonant, Y, she studies. To try, R is a consonant, and Y, he tries. If the verb ends in Y, but it ends in a vowel plus Y, usually we just add S as usual. To play, she plays. To employ, he employs. So, some irregular spellings after s, sh and ch sounds, some irregular spellings after o, and the y, consonant plus y, ies, vowel plus y, just normal. Present simple negatives then. Fatima does not live in Dubai. Does not live. Subject. Now we have this new word, do or does. I do, you do, she does. And the not to make it negative, and then the verb in the infinitive. Fatima, she, so we say Fatima lives. But in the negative we use the infinitive. The S is here in does. Fatima does not live in Dubai. Very often, especially when we're speaking, but also when we're writing, we put the does and the not together. So we say Fatima doesn't live in Dubai. We call this a contraction. We usually use contractions in speaking. We quite often use them in writing. So do is the very important verb here. It's the helping verb or the auxiliary verb for the present simple. I do not know, I don't know. You do not know, you don't know. He does not know, he doesn't know. She does not know, she doesn't know. It does not know, it doesn't know. We do not know, they do not know. Don't know, don't know. To make a negative in the present simple, you need this verb, this do or does. It's very, very important for the grammar of the present simple. Except. To be. When we make a present simple negative with the verb to be, it is different. There is no do. I am not happy. You are not happy. He is not happy. We just put not after the verb. We also have contractions with the present simple. I'm not. We can say, you are not happy. One contraction is, you're not happy. Also, though, we can say, you aren't happy. We can say, he's not happy, or he isn't happy. She's not happy, she isn't happy. It's not, it isn't, we're not, we aren't. Both the contractions here and the contractions here are fine. We use them both. Questions? Questions. Where does Fatima live? Again, we have the do, the does. We have the auxiliary verb to make the questions. So we have the question word, we have do or does, the subject, Fatima, and the infinitive verb, live. Again, we have does, so the verb is the infinitive. What do you want? Again, question word, do, subject, verb. Why do you like it? Question word, do, subject, verb. When does school start? Question word, do, subject, verb. All the same pattern. To be is different. Again, to be questions. What is your name, for example? Question word, be, subject. We just changed the be and the subject. What is your name? Question word, be, subject. Where are you from? Question word, be, subject. How old are you? How old is the question word. It's two words, but it does the same job as where or when or how. It asks the question. Be and you. Not every question needs a question word. Questions where the answer is only yes, no, don't have a question word. So we can say, do you live in Sharjah? Answer yes or answer no. The pattern is the same. Do plus the subject plus the verb infinitive. The only difference is there's no question word at the front. Do, subject, verb infinitive. Does she like football? Do, subject, verb infinitive. Does she like football? We can just say yes or no. But usually it's better to give what we call a short answer. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. So we use yes or no, but it's more polite and sounds better to then use the subject and the auxiliary verb, the do, does, after it. We call this a short answer. Do you understand? Yes, I do. The question for be, again, is a little bit different. There's no do. Are you British? Be and the subject is all we have. Am I late? Be and the subject. Is he here? Be and the subject. The short answers for present simple questions would be yes I am, no I'm not, yes he is, no he isn't, yes we are, and so on. Uses of the present simple. We use the present simple a lot. Why do we use it? Why do we use the present simple and not the present continuous or a different tense? We use it for habits and regular actions. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day or most days. It's a thing I do most times. I have cereal for breakfast. It's my habit, regular action. Not one time, not 2 times, but many times. I arrive at college at 7:30 a.m. Not one time, not today, not just yesterday, but every time, or almost every time. I visit my grandmother at weekends. Not just one weekend, not just 2 weekends every year, but regularly. It's a habit. You do it a lot. Also, long-term facts, things that are true for a long time. I live in the UAE. I'm not here on holiday for 2 weeks. I am here for a long time. I live here. I like pizza. I like it today, I liked it yesterday, I liked it last year. Probably I will like it next year. I like pizza all the time. Long-term fact. I have a brother. You have a brother or you don't have a brother. It's a long-term fact. There are some words called adverbs of frequency that say how often something happens. The common ones are always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. And these are in order. Always, 100%. Never, 0%. Usually, often, sometimes, rarely, going between 100 and 0. I usually wake up at 6:30. Not every day of my life, but most days I usually wake up. It's normal for me to wake up at 6:30. We have the subject, I, the adverb, here usually, and the verb, wake up. He often arrives late. Again, the subject, the adverb, and the verb. The adverb goes before the verb. Be is different. If the verb is be, the adverbs go after the verb. I am always happy. Verb, adverb. She is never late. Verb, adverb.